Today, I'm talking about 5 website tweaks you can make to make you look more professional and make you look like you know what you're doing, and so that you don't look like a newbie anymore. And it's super simple. The things I'm gonna be telling you, a lot of these are in the business and branding course, but if you're not in the academy and you don't know these things, like, I'm here for you. And if you are in the academy and you haven't made it yet to that course, I'm here for you. So we're gonna go. If you're here, say hello. Tell me too, what's your biggest struggle when it comes to creating your brand or up-leveling your brand, making yourself look more like a professional online? If you can just drop that, that'll really help me to make more content, especially for next month, and to make more lessons for you guys. So before we talk about the 5 website tweaks, if you can, please comment below. What is your biggest struggle when it comes to just looking more professional online and making your brand not look like a newbie anymore and look like I've been doing this for a decade? Let me know what that is. Drop them in the comments, and then maybe I can answer them after this. And if not, if I can't answer them, I'll create a video to help you. All right, so 5 website tweaks. Here we go. Number 1 is have a clean homepage that says who you are and who you serve. This, you guys, is one of the biggest things. Whenever I'm doing one-on-ones or doing website audits or whatever, and I go to their homepage, I'm automatically confused because number 1, I don't know who I'm looking at or what I'm looking at, or if it's for me. So whenever I look at a website, I approach it as a client, as somebody looking for a particular service. So I approach it as a bride who just got engaged, and somebody gave me Sarah Sue Photography's website. So I go to Sarah Sue Photography, and it opens up, and there's a smorgasbord of all these kind of pictures. And I'm not quite sure what I'm looking at, so I have to go deeper. And here's the God's honest truth, you guys. You have 3 seconds tops before somebody X's off your website. And so number 1, whenever somebody goes to your website, they need to know, oh, I'm in the right place. It's kind of have you ever gone to the mall? If people still go to malls anymore, I don't even know. I haven't gone to the mall in a decade, but if you go to the mall and you see 4 stores next to each other and you walk in, you can tell, or with one quick swoop around, if the store is for you or not. Actually, I did go to this little place called Corporate in Baton Rouge, and I went into this little boutique that sounded cute, and I walked in and I was oh, this is not for me because I don't wear crop tops and poofy sleeves. That's just not for me. And then I immediately walked out the door. When people go to your website, they need to know, is this for me? Is this what I'm looking for? And so you need to put Sarah Sue Photography, wedding and portrait photographer. Sarah Sue Photography, luxury wedding photographer. Sarah Sue Photography, lifestyle and newborn photography. That, you need to put who you are. And then you need to put who you serve. Serving new mamas in the Baton Rouge area. The whole point of your homepage is to attract people who were meant for you, which is all we're trying to do with branding. To create a brand, all we're trying to do is attract the people who were meant for us and repel anybody else who was never meant for us, who's meant for somebody else, okay? So figure out who you are and figure out who you are serving specifically. And what location are you serving? That's another thing. If you can serve all of South Louisiana, put South Louisiana. If you can serve all of New York City, put that. If you're only willing to travel in your local town because you have 10 kids and it's just not whatever, then put that. If you can travel globally, you are willing to jump on a plane anywhere and everywhere because you're single and you don't have 10 kids and you're wanting to be an adventure elopement photographer all over the world, then put that. They need to know, is this place for me? Is this photographer for me? So on your home page, you have to put who you are and who you're serving. You were never meant to serve everyone. You're not. Okay? Unless you're just wild and crazy, and then heck, put like, I will shoot anything everywhere and anywhere in the world. But at the end of the day, like, people who are like, they want to feel special. And so whenever someone says luxury wedding photographer and they're wanting a luxury experience and they're wanting a professional wedding photographer and not just somebody who sprinkles in weddings whenever they feel like it, that's how you're going to get more people to see you as a professional. Does this make any sense? Okay. All right. Here we go. Second website tweak you need to make. Oh, let me rewind. I said have a clean homepage, which means I don't want it to have like an endless scroll. I see a lot of websites where I go to the homepage and there's also like 10 menu tabs, but the homepage, I'm like constantly scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. Have a clean homepage. It's super simple with some white space that has who you are and then like your best, most portfolio image you've ever had in your whole life. Like the best shot you've ever had and who you serve, okay? All right, number 2, use 1 to 2 colors. Like, I know that this is, like, you might kind of push back on this, but let me just like explain. You need to know like what your brand colors are, okay? And so what this means is look at your editing style, look at the style that you created in your home, look at your style in your closet, okay? There's going to be a common theme with like your editing style versus like the style of your clothing that you just typically are drawn to, the style of your home. Let me just give you an example. My editing style, I would consider light and airy. My home is literally all white. Like we have white walls, white shiplap, white couches, white bedding. So apparently I like white. My wardrobe, if you go in my closet, you're going to see a lot of, like just neutrals, white, khaki looking, black, some blues, some like earth tones. You're not going to see hot pink, bright purple, whatever. So that's just me and who I am. It's just like what I like. So on my website, guess what? You're going to see a lot of neutrals, but with pops of blush and mauve, because those are what I've chosen my brand colors to be. So it's going to be like pink, the pink family, because I just like that color with a lot of neutrals. I've noticed though, with a lot of high-end brands that charge a lot of money, guess what they choose? A lot of neutrals with maybe one color. Think of Apple. When you go to Apple's website, what do you see a lot of? White with like a few blacks and like a few colors, but it's not gonna be like whatever. When you go to the Loft, like Ann Taylor Loft, guess what you're gonna see? A lot of neutrals with a few soft colors. And so there's just like common theme here with having just neutrals, a lot of neutrals, but with a few colors. Okay, now there are exceptions. Vanessa Schwinn, she came to the spring retreat and her entire brand is rainbow colors and she's rocking it because it's her personality, it's what her home looks like, it's her style, and you need to go all in on that. But if you're just like unsure, you don't have a crazy like life-giving brand like Vanessa. That's like who she is. If you meet her in person, she's just like a big personality and she's colorful. Like you see rainbow when you see Vanessa. If you're unsure, the last thing you need to do is have a purple background here, a blue background here. Like try your best to make it look as clean as possible with neutral colors, right? So whites, grays, khakis, even like natural, like soft blues or green, like have natural colors, but then choose like one color for your brand. So for me, I have neutrals and blush. That's how I, in my opinion, y'all, this is just my personal opinion and what I've noticed for other high-end brands. That's what I've noticed has allowed me to look way more professional than what I really am inside. So if you're struggling with this too, try it out. Try eliminating all the crazy colors, unless you're Vanessa or like Vanessa. Try eliminating all the crazy colors and just stick to neutrals with like one color that's you. Okay? All right. Number 3, to look a little bit more high-end, to look professional, to up-level your brand, is don't put all of your pricing, all of your everything on your website. I know it's tempting because you want to show everything that you can do and all the things and all your pricing. But here's what high-end photographers do who make a lot of money. They put their portfolio page, which is super simple and clean, with collections starting at blank. Again, the whole point of our brand is to attract people who were meant for us and can afford us and repel those who were not. So if you put collections starting at $900, collection starting at $900, and the person looking at your website cannot afford $900, don't ever plan to spend $900, and will never do it, then they don't need to waste your time to reach out to you to then make you feel like you need to lower your price for them. But if someone who is your ideal client, who has loved what they've seen so far and has made it to your pricing page, if they've made it to that page, like, they're almost there. Because remember, like 3 seconds and they're gone. So if they've passed the 3-second mark and they're like, oh, this girl, like, I feel like she gets me. Oh, she's serving me. Oh, she's super cool. Look at her About Me page. Oh my God, she's so cute. Like, oh, look, she's la la. And then they make it to your pricing page and it says collection starting at $900. She's like, well, crap, my budget was $1,200. I'm going to reach out to her. So instead of putting the whole menu, like, on your pricing page or your investment page, just put your collection starting at, and with a button for them to reach out to you so that you can woo them with your response time, with your pricing guide, with a blog article that can help them with their wedding, whatever that may look like, okay? If you can get someone to inquire with you, you can woo them with how much you're going to love and serve them, which then will get them to book you, okay? All right. This leads me to number 4, okay? Number 4 is, instead of, on your investment guide, like, instead of putting 14 different packages and your a la carte and everything on your website, instead put the experience. What is their experience with you? What are the steps of the process? Okay. So if you put, work with me as like the title, and you put your portfolio with like collection starting at, above that, maybe put the Brittany Bruce experience, the Sarah Sue experience. Step 1, click the link below to inquire with me. Step 2, meet for coffee. Step 3, shoot the set, like whatever your experience is, put that on your website. That way they can see, oh my God, she's not just like a photographer with a mom with a camera who's going to show up at she has a legit experience that I want to be a part of. Those are the little things that are going to help you up-level your brand. And then the last thing is upgrade to a Showit website. And I know, and I'm saying this with like slight hesitation, but it has made the biggest difference. Showit is a platform, it's a website platform that was made for creatives. It was made to look luxurious. It was made for book. It's my best friend. So the templates are going to be pre-made to have a clean homepage, to have the experience laid out, to have a simple portfolio page, to make you look high-end, okay? That is the whole point of what Showit is trying to do, and they're trying to love and serve us as creatives by doing this like for us, okay? Now, I just said this in the academy, but I'm gonna say it again. I wanna like give you a forewarning here. Showit is not like Wix or Pixie Set. It's not the most like user friendly. And I'm just speaking for someone who sucks with computer stuff. Okay, that is not my superpower, and I'm okay with that. It has taken me literally 5 years to really get comfortable with like making my own Showit pages. If you go to my website now, some of it is templates, but some of it is me adding my own pages to it, and I'm like super proud. Upgrading to a Showit template, if you go to showit.com, you'll be able to see like all of their templates that they have that are included with purchasing Showit. And so if you have Wix, if you have Pixie Set, and you have the bandwidth, the time, the energy, the money to invest in a higher on-brand looking online presence, go with Showit. If you're ready, go with Showit. This is not an ad. I'm not getting like any affiliate cash for this. I'm just being real with my coaching girls. I'm being real with you. So think about, pray about, start researching, looking at Showit and Showit templates. And you can pick the one that just like feels most like you. So those are just 5 little website tweaks. I still want you to go back, if you haven't yet, go into your dashboard, click the monthly coaching lesson, and download the workbook that goes with it, and audit your online presence, audit your brand to see what is it that's maybe missing, or what is it that maybe you can work on this weekend, this month, before fall season gets crazy. How nice would it be for you to have your brand figured out, to have your online presence looking like super professional and high end before you start getting inquiries for fall? Like that automatically will help you increase your prices. You up-leveling your brand is an automatic, I now need to up my pricing, even if it's just a little bit, because you're working on your storefront, you're working on your business, you're working on how to better your life and business, okay? So I hope this was helpful for you guys. I'm gonna go back to see if I've missed any questions. All right. Hello, everybody. Let's see. Takesha says, I followed the steps trying to up level, but being careful because I haven't been booking. Takesha, can you comment a little bit further what that means? Okay, Lisa says, I don't know where to start with my brand. My biggest piece of advice is go back to the lesson that's in your dashboard. What is a brand and how do I make it? Go back to that lesson and start there. Lisa Turner, I don't know where to, okay. Takesha, number 1, putting money out when not making money, but wanting to be better to knowing what to put out or post. Okay, I can definitely create a lesson on that. Thank you. We could probably talk about that next month. Not gonna lie, I used your website as a guide. Whatever works, friend. All right, Lisa says, I'm a super simple person, so my website is classic black and white. I just don't want to look bland. You won't. That is like, think about any fancy menu that you look at. Any high-end fancy menu, what does it look like? Any high-end fancy website, what does it look like? Like, study these things, you guys. That's all I did. I looked at the businesses, not just photographers, but businesses. I looked at businesses and I asked myself, like, what is different between them and Old Navy? Like, what is the difference between like them and Dunkin' Donuts? You know what I'm saying? Like, look at the high-end businesses that charge a lot of money, that's super successful, that people still go to regardless of what they're charging, and ask yourself, like, what is different about them? Brittany says, do we do each category with pricing starting range? For example, family packages starting at $300, senior packages starting at $300. Yeah, if you're still shooting everything, then definitely like have a category that has your portfolio work, or just like have your portfolio like going. Remember, the best of the best. Don't put everything on there. Like your clients only need to see 5 good images in order to know if they like you or not. So put the best of the best and like update that often. That's why I talk about business and branding course. Have a portfolio folder sitting on your desktop that you're constantly taking the best out of every session you do and making those replacements of your website. You're going to be tweaking your website literally weekly for the first 2 years because you're getting better and better with every session. So have like, family sessions starting at $300, senior sessions starting at whatever. But don't put the collections. They need to like have a button that like lets them inquire with you to get more information. All right, Rafaela. I'm butchered that name, I'm sure. I'm literally editing my website on Showit right now. Yay! Wanda's looking at Showit now. Should I advertise starting at $249 or $250? I hear conflicting things about that. So for me, when I was strictly booking weddings or family sessions, I just made it super simple because here's the thing. So like doing like $249 or $247 or whatever, like if you are at the grocery store or at church and somebody just straight up asks you like, hey, like how much are your senior sessions? If I keep like doing random numbers, I'm not going to be able to remember. And so I just made them super, super simple, super easy, super simple. And I just see if they booked. Like pricing, and if you're in the business and branding course, you know this, pricing is sheer experimentation, trial and error. You'll see like, oh my gosh, I'm booking like crazy at this one price, or oh my gosh, nobody's biting at $250, but they're biting at $249. Pricing is all psychology. So for me, if you're booking because of your experience and because you love people and because you have a great like relationship with your clients, that shouldn't matter. So try just keeping it simple, try it out. And if it's not, try $247. Now I have taken a lot of pricing psychology courses, and ending in 7s convert better than any other number. So $247, $347, not sure why, just what the psychology people say. Takesha says, hi, sorry for the typos. I got HoneyBook and have started the steps in coaching. Yay! I have settled my brand colors and fonts and have work I'm really proud of, but one is booking kind of freaking out. Getting people to book you or getting them even in your inbox, that's going to be all about marketing. So we had a whole Q2 marketing lessons and strategies and things like that. So if anyone is struggling with booking right now, go back to the marketing module in your coaching dashboard in the video training library. You're going to see a bunch of different topics. Marketing is one. Go in there and rewatch and implement the things we talked about in Q2 all about marketing. Tisha, also you inspired me to kick myself in the butt and get back on my treadmill. It matters. It does. It does. And to be honest with you, I feel like I'm going to change the time to this because it gives me a little bit more time to do my workout in the morning, because I'm not a 5 a.m.er. I'm just not a 5 a.m. person who wakes up before the kids and works out. I like to sleep. And that's just who I am. So I like to work out when all the kids are gone. I can focus on me and not worry about fixing juice and stuff. And so to be completely honest, I kind of want to like move the time too, to give me some more time to work out in the morning, because I just like feel better. All right. Brittany, how many photos per session to put in my portfolio? I think maybe a dozen. Let's just get that number. Put a dozen of your best on your website and put the rest on social media. Okay. All right, a couple more questions, then I have to head into BBE to talk about posing. Tammy, is it wrong for us to use your real ideas to make them ours, using your words but our pics? No, I think as long as, so like no one creating reels, well, I say that, no one. People who are creating reels are gaining inspiration from other reels and vice versa. Everybody's just like taking inspiration and then making it their own, right? If you posted my exact reel as your own, that would be wrong. But if you're just like looking at that's why I think you should follow the hashtag photography reels. I think if you gain inspiration adding your own photos, you know, with the same music, yeah, do it. Rafaela, I need you to tell me how to pronounce your name because I feel like I'm butchering it every time I say it. I do maternity and family portraits, but I have also done light and airy professional headshots in studio and loved it. Is that awfully confusing to put that on my website too? No, I don't think so. I think when you're starting out, you're going to have quite a few niches. Rafi, thank you. You're going to have quite a few niches because you're still trying to figure out like what's your thing. Like who are you created to serve? So I think for now, I think it's okay to put multiple niches on your website, but as time goes on, you're going to notice that you enjoy one way more over the other. There's going to be one type of niche that fills up your life, fills up your soul. That's the niche that God has given you to serve those people. Like, then that's okay. We were never meant to serve everyone. We are not Jesus, okay? God has literally gifted us with certain talents, with certain experiences, with certain personalities to serve one type of person exceptionally well. Fully believe that. I felt like I served brides more than any other person exceptionally well. And so I went head first into that one. I became a master of one. And I studied, I created education, I created content, I created like helpful resources, I created all the bridal guides, the style guides, the engagement guides for my brides. So as you go on, as the last thing I'm gonna say, I'm gonna go into BBE. As you grow and as you go on, like God's gonna give you the wisdom and clarity of like who you're supposed to serve. And then go all in. And then refer, if you get inquiries for other people for like maternity or newborns, refer them to your friends. And that's how you gain community. And that's how you gain trust in your photography community. But you're able to focus on one and become a master of one. I hope that makes sense. But for now, put all the niches that you are willing to shoot. All right, friends, I hope this was helpful. This is always fun for me to show up on Thursdays. It's when I get to hang out with you. Super proud of you. And I'm just like really excited for this group. I love your heart. I love how much you are willing to put in the work to get what you want. And I just love you guys. You're welcome, Rafi. You're welcome, Lisa. Love you guys. All right, so in BBE, and I'm talking all about posing this month. So if you're wanting some extra posing help, I will see you in there. And if you're in the academy and you want to rewatch the Q&A, that had a lot of good questions today. Lots of good questions. So go back in the academy and rewatch that video if you're just, you know, working or editing and just want to gain some more education. So love you guys, and I will see you next week.